guess the first thing we need to do is stand for the pledge of allegiance. So the flag will follow that with Christian prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chris, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Yes, sir. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, and thank you for the blessing that you give us, Lord, to live another day. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to serve you, to serve our people. And I pray for the court here tonight that you bless the judge and every member of the fiscal court and the courthouse, Lord, that you help us to help them to make decisions that are wise and will benefit the people that live here in Owsley County. I pray, Lord, we live our life to please you and to serve other people and to make a difference here where we live. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, you got a few minutes in your folks. You want to look over them there? We'll read them. We'll need a motion to accept the minutes.
I move to accept the minutes.
I'll say.
Yeah, make a motion. Who seconded? Jason second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Yes, carried. All right. Something else to say, all right, can I get the treasurer's report, please? Yeah, let's get us ending balance.
The ending balance for the general fund is $263,101.92. The ending balance for the road fund is $1,661,261.98. The jail fund ending balance is $43,968.78. LGEA is $948.30. The ending balance for solid waste is $23,121.19. Parks and Recs ending balance is $5,201.31. LGEDF funds ending balance is $897.16. Clerk storage ending balance is $7,072.45. Opioid ending balance is $101,947.22. Ending balance for the sheriff's account is $421.85. Ending balance for the ARPA account is $91,717.55. And the EK safe ending balance is $34,571.83. For all funds total ending balance of $2,234,231.54.
Yeah, question about the,
Okay, did it go up? Did we get some money somewhere?
every time they settle, they send money. I think we got $12,000 the other day, from another company. Every time, we get settled. That's the way it works in, and maybe we set it up. Yeah, they've settled with some more pharmacies, so they'll send us more money. And it's still the point, we don't know what we can spend it on, so, yeah, we just leave it there.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll second.
Jason made a motion, Jeff second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Open comments, somebody want to say anything? Anybody want to say anything about anything? We'll move right along then. All right, rec center. Scott Locker with Health Department. Me and talked about it about a month ago, turning rec center into a hub. And I'll let Joanne explain what the hub is here in just a minute, but they want to rent it Monday through Friday. We have to take the 8th floor, Joanne, kind of.
Yeah.
Because he said we could still use it, maybe the evenings and every weekend, still be having their music or whatever, birthday parties. It's a pretty good organization, and they want to pay us a pretty good amount, and it will actually help us out financially, keep the record going without us having to take on general fund. And it'll be a good thing for the public that needs it, people that needs it. So I'm gonna ask Joanne to stand up here and explain more about the hub and see what you guys think about it.
you want me to just stand here?
You can come up here, yeah, we're gonna get you on camera here.
Is this good or
Yeah,
on
everything's
a?
fine.
Could be wherever you need me. So, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joanne Fraley. I am the Harm Reduction Program Coordinator for the Kentucky River District Health Department. I also run and direct and open the Hub in Fayetteville, which is the harm reduction branch of the health department. What the Hub does, it is a one-stop shop for anybody that's in addiction or recovery. And as you all know, everybody in here is probably been affected in one way or another by drugs, or someone in your family that is an addiction. So with that being said, we offer everything there, which we serve Owsley there too. But having a hub in Owsley County would increase the help that it can do for the community. Also, it would restore us where transportation is a barrier. But what we offer at the hub is anybody can walk in and we meet them where they are and wherever they are in their addiction. We address whatever barriers and we go all the way back to basic needs. It's hard for anybody to address anything if they've not had anything to eat in a couple of days. So at the hub, we have breakfast and lunch every day. Anybody can come in and eat. We utilize many different grants to run the hub, but as far as the opioid abatement money, I have been in contact with Lauren Carr, and she is the one that's working with the commission, and everything that money is set for can be used with the hub. So that is some good sustainability funded for that. But we have groups, we have support groups. We wrap the person with services, starting at the door. We feed them, we've got a clothing closet there. We assist with transportation barriers. We have groups, support groups. We have 11 that goes on a week at the hub. It's something for everybody. We even have a Strings of Hope, which is a group that we developed that incorporates music with recovery that's really kicking up some popularity. We have women's groups, we have AA, NA, CR, Smart Recovery, which is a cognitive, evidence-based recovery program. We work with DCBS and the court systems to help people walk through the justice system as well as social services. So we help reunify families and we help people go to work. So if we want change for the community, we have to create the change for the community. And with that being said, we have helped so many. I was doing our numbers this evening. Since we've opened, and it's been open about 2.5 years, we've sent 240 individuals to treatment, and that's inpatient and outpatient. We have gotten about 40 individuals off the streets that were homeless and got them through treatment, and they are now housed and employed. So it's a ripple effect. So, you know, just getting one individual off the street breaks the cycle, you know, reunifying families. So we would love the honor to come on over in Owsley County and the opportunity for the rec center. I think it would be great. And I couldn't even imagine what all kinds of groups and stuff that we could get going over here. Now, does anybody have any questions? I have all kinds of numbers. I come loaded.
Will the hub create any jobs? Will there be some jobs coming in from Owsley County?
We actually, yes, absolutely. Doors open all the time, and with this abatement money, we can look. I actually have a meeting with Lauren Carr on Thursday, so I will get down to the nitty-gritty on what is allowable and what's not allowable. That could be funding that we could use for that, as well as I actually have some AmeriCorps positions that's going to be opening up here really soon, and I've got a couple of slots for Owsley County. So yes, 100%. When the hub started down there, it was just me, and I have 11 now in 2.5 years. So we apply for grants. I write grants. It's an ugly place to be, but I can do that. And anybody that writes grants knows. But we write grants, and that creates positions, and then we also train all of our individuals in peer support and community health workers, which are billable positions for Medicaid. So that creates sustainability. So this is not something that's just going to come in and, you know, and then in a year or two goes away. The hub's been down there 2.5 years and it's just growing. And this is a model, we've actually created a model, this is not done anywhere in the nation, what we're doing. Where we have a recovery community center and harm reduction all in the same building. And it is getting all kinds of positive attention, and they're trying to replicate it all through Kentucky right now. So it's a good program.
I've worked with Joanne, and I know what a go-getter she is, and she will make things happen. Her numbers speak for themselves, so I was just saying that.
Like, you know, I agree. No.
But at the end of the day, you guys get it 8 to 4, Monday through Friday, just like a public job. He comes back to the community 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we're on
Weekends,
the
we can do, okay.
That's
And,
my
yeah, in Lee
concern.
County, we do evening groups too, but we can work within the.
Right now,
We
I
could probably work on that too,
I
make
just
a
got it open.
private place.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's make, I'm sorry, from 4 to 8.
Mhm.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's not even open, so. I just want to still have a rec center, so we can still do, we have music forever Saturday night, and, I'd probably get run out of
You never
town if I
know.
stopped the music, so.
Yeah, and at least in the Strengths of Hope, I mean, that might be a good opportunity for them too. What I like to see happen is to incorporate the recovery community with the whole community, and just everybody recover together. So that's my goal.
You guys, just give me a motion to enter agreement with Scott Locker and the Health Department, on this. We'll try to get it up and get it going as soon as possible, if you guys are for it.
I move we do that.
I'll say, anything to bring jobs, yeah,
Yes.
that's what we need here.
And we'll spend that budget money.
All right. All in favor, say aye. All right, thank you. I know you said you had to go, so.
Yes, and I've got cards here. If I'll be in Boston, if anybody has any questions or anything afterwards, you all feel free to holler at me. I'm just available. Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Bye, you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Come on.
All right, I guess the next, item of business is Allen City Fire Department. Just like to touch on that and have Miss Ashley come up and explain to us what went on with the Allen City Fire Department and the reason it had to, become Boonville Fire Department now. I'll let her explain, so everybody out in the community will know exactly what's going on with the fire department of Allen City.
Okay, so, like Judge said, my name is Ashley. I work for the Kentucky Fire Commission as a training records and compliance specialist. So my job duty is to make sure all fire departments in the district or region that I cover is compliant with state rules, state laws, anything that may come of that. So I have worked in this district and covered Allen City for going on 3 years now. So the first 2 years I did meet with the Allen City Fire Department. They had some issues, but I'm always willing to work with some people and try to get them up and running. So I met with them, kind of gave them some tips. For us, they were still not in compliance. They were not receiving state aid, which is funding that we provide for the fire department. The reason that you receive those funding is you have to meet qualifications, training qualifications. We provide training to the fire departments to be able to even meet that qualification. So I worked with them during my second year there. They had a chief change. So at that point, it went to Matt Sizemore, and that was the last communication that we kind of had as who the chief was. The way that that works is it's reported to us who the fire chief is. So I reached out to the fire department this year, and when I reached out to them, I never heard anything back. Came down to the rest of Boonville, Owsley County, and was not able to get in contact with them. After years of looking at their records on our side of the house, they were at 0 training hours. That means every single person on their fire department had 0 training hours. The way that we work is a percentage base. So to qualify for that state aid, that funding, you have to have 50% of your fire department has to receive their annual 20 hours of training. For the last 2 years, they have had 0 hours. So with that being said, and talking with some of the chiefs, we came to discuss with the judge kind of some of the options that we had for those fire departments, because also they were, so as a fire department, it's a nonprofit, you have to file for a business license just like anybody else would through the Secretary of State's office. They have not filed any records with the Secretary of State's office since 2020. So they were dissolved per Michael Adams, and it says here October 19th of 2021. So that's something we check as well when we're coming out. So as of 2021, they were no longer a business, a nonprofit, a company in the state's eyes as well. So not only did we have an issue with the state, we had an issue with the Fire Commission as a whole. Also, there is a law, 95.057, that states a complaint, the fiscal court, us can initiate an investigation if there is no response in that area. And from what we have gathered, there is no response from that fire department. So they were not making runs. Other districts were having to cover their runs. So that was kind of the backstory on how this kind of initiated. So when I came down and talked with the judge, I told him we really kind of have 2 options. They did not have a board of directors. They were not a compliant company because they were out of compliance with the Secretary of State. So it's either close the fire department, which that community would suffer because I was talking with Vincent and there were 7-mile radius. So your insurance premium wants you to have a 5-mile from a fire station. If not, your insurance premiums will go up. Your ISL rating is what we call it, will go up, and then your insurance premium would go up. So that would be something that maybe would hurt the community, and also, or we could work on a merger. So there are laws in effect, and there are procedures where you can merge fire departments. So right now, we discussed a merger, and that is kind of how this came about. Myself, Interim Executive Director Bruce Roberts, EM, and the judge went down and spoke with the chief of Island City, well, kind of, sort of, because we have Matt as record as chief, but we went down and spoke with the community, and I guess the fire department is the best way to say it, as well as spoke with the Owsley County Fire Chief, and kind of agreed on a merger. So that's kind of where we went to try to, so the merger has happened. In our eyes, all the paperwork has been submitted to our office. So as a fire department, Island City was closed, and they are now a substation of Owsley Boonville Fire Department. And so with that being said, the maps were updated, the station information as well as the members were all updated in our records and would go over. So now that station will actually run under the board of the Owsley County Boonville Fire Department. So they're Chapter 273, they're in good standings. So whatever that board decides is kind of how that will run. So that is just a little backstory on kind of how it came about and or what going forward we're hoping to do. I can entertain any questions and try to answer if anybody has any questions, or if there's anything else I can talk with you all about.
I have a couple of questions because my phone's been blowing up about this.
Yes,
Will they actually be making runs out of that
they will.
firehouse?
Yes. I'm assuming you can talk with James too, but he is now the chief of that fire department. So the way in our eyes that it states is that is Station 2. Okay. That is a second station of Boonville Owsley County Fire Department. So hopefully, I don't want to misspeak for him, that they will start to make runs out of that fire station as well.
Will y'all actually have trucks and stuff up
As
there?
soon as we get the truck in compliance with NFPA, and as far as road ready, we'll put it back up there and it'll be in service.
Okay.
We've got a couple of members that live probably 3 miles from the station, and they're willing to go get the truck if we have a run anywhere in the county.
Okay.
That was one of the reasons I asked Ashton Bruce to be here tonight, so we would, have the right communication and everybody can see it and say, well, I should hear. That way it won't be he said, she said kind of thing.
That's what I'm asking, because we had
She
numerous
gave,
calls.
she called and set appointment up, and we came in and sat down and told me, this is what's got happened, so, we went
So,
out and
yeah,
talked
we
to
were really, like I had stated, it was either a merger or a total closure, is really where we were at. And so that at least gave life back to the fire station, hopefully. So those were kind of the options, and it was discussed with them, these are the options, what would you like to do?
and we,
I spoke with them before the meeting also, and you justified that it's 5 miles for insurance, you have to be within 5 miles of a fire station, correct?
Yes.
It's 7 miles from Island City to Vincent. So everybody in the Island City area, the Island Creek area, and that area, their insurance is going to go up if we didn't do something, correct?
Yeah, your
Okay,
insurance.
so everybody
premium would go up.
understands.
years ago when Bungle was, I guess, got over funds, mine went up $400 a year, my insurance did. And that's what we didn't want to happen to Island City. We still have a response to go out to Island City, so, when the merger happened, I keep everybody's insurance now, and hopefully if they have a fire, they can get out there and put it out, and they can have the truck up working and running, and these guys, they're very active.
And now what does the fiscal court need to do?
It's already been, from our standpoint, everything has already been signed and completed. So I'm not aware of anything that the fiscal court needs. So the judge had to sign off on it, as well as the fire chiefs that had to sign off on it. So we've received all the paperwork and it's been fulfilled on our side, so the merger is complete.
Just so you know, you got the support of the fiscal court. Anything that we can help with, just let us know.
Appreciate it.
Anything else for me? It was a pleasure, thank you.
Thank you, I know you probably want to go, thank you, Bruce.
You're welcome.
Thank you all. Glad you guys can tell the way it is. All right, next little agreement here, I've got, something behind the paper deck out of water tonight. Yeah, I met with, this gentleman, his name is Jim. I can't think of his last name, he came over and looked at this project for me. He has a company that does spills. He has like a oil spill, gas spill, anything environmental. And, he said if we need him to call him, he come over 24/7, clean things up. We don't have a lot of spills, but if you guys want to enter agreement with him, saying, we can call him anytime to come. We have a diesel spill, or we have something that's polluting something in the ground, something off the county, we can call him and they will wrap material to come and take it.
What is the cost?
It ain't gonna cost us nothing to enter this agreement with them, but they gonna charge us when they come to do it, but they'll be the closest one, and, we might not ever have to have them out, but, if we do, someone comes up and blows over one of these old oil barrels, and you have to call somebody, landowner, I guess, will pay for that or something, but if it's on the county, we'd have to pay for it. Just good having somebody in case of emergency. Gary could reach out to them for emergency management, and if we have any kind of spills, let's let that figure out. If we can just play it by ear, if something happens, just start looking through the yellow pages.
This way we're covered.
Yeah, this guy, he's from Laurel County, he does a lot of EPA stuff, a lot of different things. So, it's just that deal, contact him.
Call, I move they enter the agreement with.
Al makes a motion,
I'll second.
Jim second, all in favor, say aye. Hopefully we never have no bad luck, never need them, but, it's always good to have somebody in case you do. Employee handbooks, you've got a copy there, just to look over. Rich, Owsley went through them and sat down and took some stuff out that didn't need to be in there, and some stuff that he needed us to put in there, and we revised it all. Rich, pretty smart guy. He's pretty helpful having around. And you can read over them. Alan's read most of it today. I know you can come in early, you got a booklet of it, but, it's,
Any concerns I have to take care of there.
yeah, it's just pretty cut and dry.
The one I mentioned to you, I looked closer, it was,
Yeah, he said ours was outdated, that been reworked since, I think he said 2015, and stuff need to be taken out, stuff need to be added. We let him go over them with us, and he went back and took a few things out, put a few things in. You guys, we just need a motion to accept them, new updated employee handbook. I mean, you can read over it whenever long you want to, whatever you wanna do.
I'll wait till he got him through, and I'm gonna move the accept.
Yeah, we'll give everybody, that's the thing, we'll run off a copy, and every employee of the fiscal court, and sheriff's department, and office officer, everybody will get one, have to sign for it, saying that they paid it, and read it, and understand it.
Somebody will sit down with all the employees, go over the new
Yeah, I
regulations.
think, Diana's gonna go up to the garage and take them all, one, and read, let them read it, or she'll read it to them, and they'll sign if they got one, and, if they don't wanna sign, and they don't have to, it's still a part of the rules, that's what it said, so.
If they do not sign, what happens?
If they don't sign, she has to sign and somebody else
And
has
we
to
had to
sign.
sign, it's like we were to sign if they didn't want
If
to.
they
I mean,
didn't
it's not
sign.
that major, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's gonna keep him back from signing it,
Right.
but he just wanted it updated, and it's far gone. It's just,
I move we accept.
I say,
I made a motion, Jason seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, I've talked to him about this, a little right of way up on Rome for Lonzo Peters, there's two houses on that road, him and, he's out to give us right of way through his property to both houses, and they need help on a little culvert there, and that's how I'm putting it to, give us a right of way, and made it a county road, so he's willing to come in and do that, so what do we need to do to
Basically, you all have to vote to accept it into the road system, and if you'll do that, get me the deed, then I'll make you a right of way and get them to sign on.
It's, you know, where it's at, Jill, it's a very, it's probably 200 foot wood.
Yeah, probably.
There's two houses, now it's 200 to 300, but we'll measure it out, the distance and the width, and, put it into the road system if you guys is up for doing that.
Yeah.
Jeff made the motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I second.
I'll second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Set the tax rate, Chair. Now, you haven't got one of these in your, packet though, but, the motor vehicle taxes, they're requesting them set at 15.4, so that's what I was, we'll go with that. That's from the state, this is what they look at, this is what they want to tell us, and they get set at.
What is it, man?
It's 15.4, it's state.
Oh, so it's basically staying the same.
It's motor vehicle. Well, I've talked to the extension office and the library, and they both are gonna kind of freeze theirs, keep them the same, but still keep them the same. They're going, since assessments has went up, it'll be a little more, but, they didn't raise theirs, neither one of them didn't.
so this isn't gonna affect anything,
No,
nobody,
that's-
it's
no,
just
that's
separate,
motor.
it's not gonna increase anybody's taxes or anything.
That's
like
motor,
that, correct?
motor vehicle, here's the taxes now, but, this here is our, real property and tangible. I suggest that what I'd like to do is keep compensating. That's
Like we did last
like
year.
we did last year. I wanted actually, I thought about trying to raise the 4%, which is only $6,000, but you have to have it here on it, and it just ain't worth the hassle when you put them with it. You know, the county gets about the least taxes of anything. I think their taxes is 140.
It's like 11%, right?
No, it's 9.
9%.
It's not, anyway, we get the least about everything. The soil conservation is the least in the health department, but extension office, library, school, everybody else, they get way more than us. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do. I don't want to raise them. I mean, the 4%, what the state suggested, was only $6,000 more. I think it just be more headache and hassle than it's worth to me. On that, said you guys want to both take the compensating which is keeping it.
Keeping it the way it is.
So it's compensating rates, it's 15.5.
I'll make a motion to keep it the way it is.
I'll say, take compensate, need to take, make a motion, take compensate.
Make a motion to take compensate.
I'll say. I sure wish we had a lot more to work with, but we don't. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, Brad, nobody's here for Brad. I got a road report here. We have a look at it right quick. How many documents things with that for you?
Thank you for everything they done last week, between all the water, on my week, between all the water and having to fix covers, washing out, you still got everything done that I turned in. Tell everybody we really appreciate them. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, we got a blacktop going down right now. We didn't get much this year. I think $180,000 is all we got. 183, I think, so we got that being put down on the worst roads and hoping next year we'll get a little more to put down. And Representative Fugit, me and him been talking, he's gonna turn in my worst roads for me. I've changed it a little bit. You wanna explain how that works, Chris? You, on that
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, and you know.
Yeah, so the roads that you all have that are bad roads that need blacktop, you turn them into the state comes and scores those roads. And any roads that are 8, 9s, or 10s, if you'll get them to me, then I can turn them in on my side to try to get the money to blacktop them. But I need them, pretty, in the next couple months or so.
We'll sit down and look at those.
Before session starts.
Right. So you need to get, and again, the state grades them 8, 9s, or 10s, and they told me to get all those lists and then turn them in, in session. So I need to turn them in before session.
Is that a part of the original? We get like
That's discretionary.
So it's different.
It's just started a different way of doing the discretionary.
It's a little different we've seen, and that's why Christian came and tell me about it here today, and talk to me about some stuff he's trying to help us out with in the county, so. And we thank you for everything you've done for us.
Absolutely.
All right, solid waste report. Anything about that solid waste? Handles a solid waste guru.
No, it's still doing pretty good.
Yeah,
We do have a truck that's down, but
yeah.
it should be fixed this week.
Hopefully.
Did you get part today?
Nope.
Man,
That we
They
still
got
got businesses not paying their bills,
it's probably not that big.
No, it's not that.
so
big.
it's came way down.
Yeah.
Good, thank you, community. That's a great service. I hate to see this. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we don't want to bid it out or nothing.
No.
Yeah, we gotta keep 3 men working and, keep the bills down, which we're $14, base 25 to 28, so, that's a plus. Transfers is needed. Can I get a motion to pay transfers, or make transfers as needed?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
I'll say first.
Made a motion, Jason, second, all in favor, say aye. Paying bills, as long as there's money there to pay all legal and curb bills.
I'll make a motion to pay all legal curb bills.
Second.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Open comments, anybody want to speak? You want to help them speak what you got going on there? Yeah, come right up here and introduce yourself, that guy right there, and tell them what you hear about.
Appreciate it. My name's Richard Tate. We're with Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Lynn Parsons, one of my partners, and Charlie Clark. And we've been blessed with the opportunity to come help a lot of folks. And from the 22 flood and the 23 hailstorm, the presidential state of emergency for a lot of counties in Kentucky. And they had grants available up to $40-some thousand if you qualify income-wise. We've been able to help a lot of folks, and it's been a blessing for us. First off, to help people. Second off, we're getting some jobs, we're making some money, but whenever you get to walk in somewhere and our place is in rough shape, and you leave there and everything is, new roof, new windows, whatever it is that they need the most done under that, it's been a real blessing for us. But we're having a lunch up here at the, what is that, park and ride?
Yeah.
At the park and ride, Thursday from 11 to 1. And we'll have applications from the USDA Rural Development, and be able to answer a lot of questions anybody has. And, like I said, we're just thankful for the opportunity to be up here, but, some of the work we've done, it's been a blessing to us to see people get the help that they need. And so, if anybody's got any questions, I'll be free to answer them, do whatever you need, or we'd love to see everybody come out Thursday.
This is good for the community, correct? Anybody that's had
Oh,
damage,
yeah.
any of the community that's had,
Absolutely.
something happened in the flood, or their hail tore up the roof or whatever, they can come over,
Oh,
you'll help
absolutely.
them write a grant and try to get some money to repair it, right?
Yeah, and the grants are done in order. They got on their own home, they got to have a deed to their home. That's one, but there's a few qualifications that you have to meet, but they're nothing astronomical, but yeah, it's extremely good. We did one, it was last month, I guess, so which we're finishing up one, today as well. We've done a few, but like that one the other day, we put a brand new roof and brand new windows in it, in this house. Well, the windows were 150 years old because they got it from somebody else put it in there. They've never been able to open their own windows, and the metal roof that they had on there was just the roof that they had, the tin that they could find. And so they qualified, everything was signed off with, and the thing about this too is, it's through the USDA. Well, there's a lot of red tape to go through. And, we can't start the process till everything is just right. And we don't get paid until that homeowner signs off and said, we did the work that we said we'd do, and that everything's on the straight. So, it's just, we feel like it's a good project all the way around. And there's, as far as I know, there's gonna be plenty of funds in there, for a while. But it's extremely good project.
Could you go over the qualifications just a little bit on exactly what the damages need to be and what's particular?
Well, most of it's income related.
Okay.
And so for a family of 4, I think the income is $54,000 and less. You gotta own your own home. You'll have to provide proof of your income, whether it be Social Security, your job, whatever you have. And there's a couple more things that I'm forgetting right off the bat, but we're gonna have people here to answer, and they'll have it all laid out for you. It's not an extensive amount. We've had people that go up there, whenever we go to meet them. Of course, we have to take pictures of all sides. We have to see, what is actually in need, what's tore up. Say that you had a roof that was affected by one of those storms, per se. Well, that could have come down your drywall and messed up your flooring, or if you had windows that was old, that it, seeped in, it's caused problems, or, we've had people with it buckled up underneath their shower where they can't even take showers, floors dropping down, or the HVAC unit was affected in some way or another. Everything's got to be on the up and up, but there's a lot of opportunities, from that.
Right. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you, I
Lisa,
appreciate
can you
it.
make sure that's in there?
When they're coming Thursday, so.
Because they're coming on Thursday. You don't air until next week, correct, for us? So people will be aware, the community knows.
And
We've
we've
got
got,
Facebook too, so, if you go on Facebook, on Fiscal Court, share it.
It'd be Wednesday night at the earliest.
and we've had people call
This
already.
Wednesday,
asking
that would really
questions.
help.
So,
Try to get people out, just,
but anything we can do to help, my cell phone number's on there, my business partner's on there too. Don't be afraid to call. I mean, it's, we want to help people as much as you all want to help them. So,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
thank you all.
thank you very much.
Anybody else want to talk about anything for you? Chris, you want to say anything?
Thank you, Judge, and Chris Fugit, State Representative of our area, Prairie, Breathitt, Owsley County. We were blessed this past session to be able to get some money for projects, water projects, the outdoor tourism project, new courthouse. I'm excited about the Sturgeon Creek property, and went out there with you the other day, Judge, to look at that. great opportunity to bring outside money into our area and people in, and that's what we gotta have to have. And not just Owsley County, but East Kentucky, to bring people from out of state, out of town to come enjoy, you know, the mountains that we call home. So I love it. But I thank you all, the fiscal court, for allowing me to be part of what's going on here in Owsley County. And you're good to work with. I appreciate, you know, just appreciate the opportunity to serve with you. If you got any questions, I will say that I just got appointed to the opioid abatement commission. And so we'll talk more about that to see, you know, what ideas you've got to spend your money on, and we can help hopefully direct that too. So, any questions would be, you know, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I appreciate you.
I just think everything you do for us, you know, is that where it's a phone call away, if you need you, and call and get an answer from them immediately. I've had very good success with it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for everything you've done, Chris.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, with that, I guess, Henry, you want to talk about anything?
No, I think we're good.
Jerry, you got anything?
okay.
All right, I guess we'll get a motion, we'll adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Jason, make a motion. Second, all in favor, say aye. Thank you.